for Judge Memorial. They, as you mentioned, played a very tight game with Grantsville. Led it at one point in the fourth quarter, if I remember right, of that game. And the Cowboys able to make a run late. A lot of turnovers. That was kind of the issue for Judge Memorial down the stretch. Mackenzie Allen for Grantsville alone had 8 steals in that matchup for the Cowboys. But this is a very good Judge Memorial team. They're the defending state champs. And sure, they lose a very, very, very good player up to the University of Utah and another player to Snow College. But they brought a lot back from that. You look at Nia Dang Dang, a terrific player inside. Esther Analjog, another great inside force. And then Chloe Pike is a really good point guard for them. Averages 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, while also shooting 31% from the three-point line. So it's a good group for Coach Josh Pike. Just kind of tough to rebuild when you lose 2 really good players to the collegiate level.
Yeah, but boy, they've got 2 post players that are as good as anybody in the tournament with Analjog and Dang. I was way impressed with them yesterday. And Chloe Pike brings a real kind of calmness to the floor, handles the ball well for him, does such a good job. Yeah, way impressed with this team. Now, I will say this about this facility. You talked about the spaciousness of the building. It's a college-length floor. Well, Delta plays in a facility somewhat similar to the Centrum. It's very spacious, and it also has the college-length floor. So they might be a little more used to running a floor of this size, but still, you know what? You got to cut the turnovers down. Both teams do.
Yes.
You got to shoot the ball well in this one. I'm hoping we get the same game in this one that we just had with Canyon View and Layton Christian. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, if you're just joining us on the radio side, that game goes into overtime. A late bucket from Canyon View forces the overtime, and then we see them able to squeak out a win with a couple of late free throws to get the win there. So that was a fun one. We're just about to get set here. Rabbits, the 12th seed again. Judge Memorial, the 8th seed. Both teams falling in the quarterfinals now in the consolation side of the bracket, and still plenty to play for.
And if I'm correct, Tanner, I think Judge was ranked 5th in the Deseret News rankings. So, man, this is a good team.
Yeah. Something, and that's part of the RPI, the way these matchups work out. It's not always, strength of schedule plays a big factor in it. I don't think Judge played the toughest schedule necessarily in their non-region play, and they ran through their region relatively, I don't want to say with ease. They went 6-2 in region play, but they didn't necessarily have the toughest schedule. In fact, the only team that made it to the top 8 that they played were the Delta Rabbits. Aside from that, they did not play any of the other 6 teams that are here. Ken, who's starting for the Delta Rabbits?
So here we go for the Rabbits. It'll be Aubrey Finlinson. The junior wears number 2, averages 5 points per ball game. Here's your second leading scorer in the state in Kate Smith. 5'6" senior, wears number 3, averages right at 20 a game, had 26 last night. Ebony Dodu, one of the best undersized rebounders I've seen this year. She'll go get it for you. Wears number 11, averages 7. Caitlin Allred wears number 15, averages 5 per game. And then Morgan Beams wears number 21, a scrappy sophomore for Coach Jordan Johnson. Jordan, the head coach of the Delta Rabbits. Rob Fowles is the principal. I saw him just walk in a moment ago. Brett Draper, Jason Thomas are the athletic directors there. And that's the visitors here today.
Looking at the Judge Memorial Bulldogs, they will start number 1, Esther Analjok, a junior, 12 points, 9 rebounds a game. We talked about her and her teammate Niang Dang. Where's number 2, senior, 14 points, 9 boards a game. Akal Da, the sophomore, gets the start, along with number 23, Chloe Pike, a senior. We talked about Chloe at 11 points, 7 rebounds, 6 a game. And then number 30, Paris Tram. Paris hit a couple big three-point shots in that game yesterday against Grantsville. And then Joshua Pike is their head coach. They average 55 points. How about this, Ken? 38 rebounds a game for this Judge team.
Yeah, I noticed
13
that
assists.
And 13 steals.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
So this team can get after you. Their length really bothers the other teams. They get their hands on a lot of balls. You'll see that today. You'll see a lot of deflections. And Delta's got to be aware of the length and really value the basketball in this one.
Opening tip-off will be between Finlinson and Dang, and it is won by the Judge Memorial Bulldogs. We appreciate you tuning in on the Snow College pregame show. Snow College is the best place to restart your education. Visit snow.edu.
Yeah, Delta with just 1 senior in the program this year.
Shot is no good, but the follow, and you can't give that up that early, Ken, as Analjok lays it up and in, makes it 2-0 Judge Memorial.
Just what we were talking about. You just got to be one and done. The length is incredible for Judge as they come through and get that easy offensive rebound.
And it looks like we do have a shot clock issue here. The shot clock simply did not start.
Well, it's early. Sometimes the clock doesn't want to get going either.
Apparently not, yeah. You know, it's funny because we do these morning and afternoon games, and I always say good evening or, tonight. And I got I finally adjusted to it. And by the time it was the night games last night, I was saying this morning, this afternoon. So
there you go.
We are still in the morning portion, about just after 11 o'clock here in Cedar City.
Beautiful morning this morning, a little cold. Snow falling last night, got a couple inches on the ground here in Cedar City.
Was glad to see the sun this morning, though.
Yes.
Didn't really see the sun yesterday, so that has been a nice change. Good length inside.
Yeah.
Deflection from Anel-Jacques as it will stay.
They had
ball.
Aubrey Finlinson coming down the left side for a layup, and the pass a little bit late. And Anel-Jacques so long just tipped it right out of bounds.
Smith sends it into Beams, straight up. Dodu. Ebony will look to spin in the lane. Sends it back to Kate. Kate, that quick trigger is up. Off the front of the rim, back rim, and out. And Ebony knew exactly that she had gone over the back there, and it's a foul against Delta going the other way.
Judge was headed down the floor with the ball, and the official says, no, not yet. I'm not done making my call. Wait for me.
Judge basketball is Chloe Pike, who was the starting point guard on that championship team a season ago. Her, Dang, and Anel-Jacques are all part of that starting lineup. As the ball goes inside to Dang, she'll look to attack, spin, shoot, bank, and score. Great take from Niang Dang as she has got 2 points.
And I don't know how you stop that. That was just kind of a step through, up and under, and laid it in. That was a beautiful move there by Dang.
The left-hand drive. Inside.
Oh, beautiful move.
Great take from Dodu. She just couldn't finish it, but that's what she does. Fights for offensive boards. All red with it. Gives to wide open Kate Smith for three. That's off the back of the rim. The fight for the offensive board. Guess who? It's Dodu.
How about that? Dodu again.
Jump ball. Possession stays with the Rabbit. Ebony came into play against the trees this morning. She's given up a couple inches inside. It does not matter. She does not care.
2 offensive rebounds already for her. You don't see Kate miss an open three like that. Now, yesterday she got off a little bit slow, but once she found the range, she really heated up.
Hit, I believe, 3 threes in the third quarter alone. Finlinson on the right side, skips it.
Tough pass.
Very tough. Chloe Pike's got it. A great outlet, better deflection from Kate Smith, but the length allowed Anel-Jacques to continue with that. Dang inside, layup no. Fight for the rebound, and we will get a jump ball with possession staying with Judge Memorial.
Yeah, Delta battling down there. It's just you can't jump with Judge. You've got to get a body on somebody and back them out away from the rim because there's just no way you're going to out-jump Judge underneath the basket.
Straight away with the basketball, it's Tran. Up top. Skips it over to the left side to Dang. And now up top, Anel-Jacques. Now up top to Daw. Daw over on the left side. He's going to give it to Chloe Pike. Pike straight away gives left side to Daw. Daw skips it up. Anel-Jacques right side Pike. Chloe with the left-hand dribble. Loses the basketball, but right into the hands of Dang. Just 5 on the shot clock here. Tran thought about the three. Will take the 18-footer and bank it in. Wild. Banks are open still on a Friday morning here in Cedar City. Makes it 6-0 Judge Memorial. And then Kate stepped over the line out of bounds, and that's unfortunate turnover.
And that's so frustrating for Coach Johnson because you played a great 32 seconds of defense on that last possession, and then Tran banks one home right at the end of the clock.
Pike skips it over to Tran. She'll think about the three. Now put it on the floor. Cut off by Allred. Skips it back up top to Anel-Jacques. Pike now goes to Tran, right wing. Now inside 15-foot jump shot. In and out. A good-looking jumper from Anel-Jacques. It's no good, but Dang, the offensive board. That was Daw with the offensive board. And then, no, that was Dang, excuse me. And then a foul inside going the other way.
Yeah, Delta dodged a bullet right there because they had a point blanker and could not finish. And then Aubrey Finlinson goes and gets that defensive rebound to get the possession for the Rabbits.
Smith skips it over to Dodu. Ebony with the basketball. Has it deflected by Anel-Jacques. And now you're going to get the 10-second call here.
Yeah.
And
pretty easy to tell with that shot clock. You can look up.
That is another bonus of the shot clock, isn't it, my friend? Yeah.
You can tell when the 10 seconds is up.
Pike will inbound here.
And again, when you can put length in the backcourt on that press. It's so hard to try and make a pass over the top.
Pike for three. Good looking stroke. You talked about Chloe Pike being such a calming presence. Well, now she makes it 9-0 in favor of Judge Memorial. Timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Well, it's a little early for a Woj bomb, Ken, but it sounds like the Atlanta Hawks are going to hire Quinn Snyder to be their new head coach, former Utah Jazz head coach.
I didn't think it'd be too long before he got back in the NBA. Too good of a coach.
I don't like the fit in Atlanta. I just don't. Trae Young has gotten 3 coaches fired in 5 years.
Oh,
I don't like, and I love Quinn. As someone who likes Quinn, I don't love that. And a turnover for the Rabbits. Rabbits not loving the turnovers here early.
They're not handling the pressure very well at all. Caitlin Allred hustling on the floor. Dodu picks it up.
Now Allred. Euro step, attacks, and is fouled. A good take from Caitlin Allred, and she'll now get a pair of free throws for the Delta Rabbits.
Yeah, I got to give Caitlin Allred all the credit in the world for that possession. She's the one that got on the floor and tipped it away. And now let's see if she can knock these down. Get Delta off the snide here.
Yeah, 9-0 start for Judge Memorial. It was the Rabbits who got off to that quick start against Carbon last night. Is the free throw good? That's something that might be a little bit hard, Ken. You played just last night. You know, it's about a 14-hour turnaround from the start of your game last night if you're Delta. About a 16-hour turnaround for Judge Memorial. In and out on the free throw. Ball's tapped and into Chloe Pike. So it's 9-1 Judge.
I'm just saying to you how valuable Chloe Pike is to this team. She does everything for you, handles the ball, and you never see her take a bad shot.
No. Very fundamentally sound. Dog gets a wide-open three. It's wide left. Rebound Finlinson gets it to Kate Smith. Here's where the Rabbits were good last night. Off of defensive rebounds, they were able to get good looks and attack the basket. Dodu in the corner. Ebony runs into Ilea Ocampo, who's just checked in, and a foul inside on Judge Memorial. That'll be the 3rd team foul for the Bulldogs. Chloe Pike just reaching in. I'll be underneath for Delta. A couple subs now for Judge, as we'll see Bella Halley, just a sophomore, checking in for Judge Memorial.
That's right. And then you're also going to get Rainey Western in for Delta, a freshman.
Rainey has played great in these tournament games. As Chloe Pike steals it, gets it over to Aneljog, and now Pike will bring it down. Again, Chloe, I love her mentality there, right? Like, I picked up a cheap foul. Probably shouldn't have reached in there. I'm going to make up for it on the next possession.
Yeah, she is so good on the floor. Look out.
There's a three. It's short. Good contest out front from, I believe, both Dodu and Morgan Beams there. Kate Smith looks to attack the basket, right to the rim, draws a foul, and Kate will go to the line. That was another thing Kate did very well last night.
I'm just going to say that's what she's so good at, is getting deep into the paint and creating contact.
Kate will now step to the line. This is where she was very good against Juab in that round of 16 game. She hits the first.
And you know what? Last night she was 8 for 10 from the free throw line, really helping out Delta's cause.
The Rabbits as a team did not shoot the best at the line. Kate Smith was a very bright spot in that. And she'll get one more. It's up and short. Rebound comes down to Aneljog, and it will be Judge Memorial basketball. Bringing it down is Ocampo. She gives it left side. That's Riley Vigil who's checked in. A corner three is no good. A fight for the rebound. Comes down and out. The drive from McKenna Gardner. A couple freshmen on the floor right now for both Judge and Delta.
Now, if you're Delta, that's where you want to keep Judge out on the three-point line. They just shoot 26% from the three-point line. That's where you want them. You don't want them in the paint.
Allred with it. Tries to get it out to Kate Smith. Tough turnover there as Ocampo steals it going the other way. In transition, the foul. Count the bucket. A great take from McKenna Gardner, the freshman. And she will go to the line to shoot an and one opportunity. Probably not a foul you want to give up if you're Kate Smith.
I was thinking the same thing. You want Kate Smith on the floor for as long as you can. Or if you're going to take that foul,
make it a little harder.
And I'm not saying being out of line. Just
right.
don't let them make the layup.
So the free throw coming here for Gardner is Jocelyn Christiansen checks in for the Rabbits. Shots up and down for Judge Memorial. They now lead at 12-2. Both of Delta's points coming at the free throw line. Rabbits yet to make a basket here with 2:55 to go in the opening quarter. Ball goes over on the right side to Kate Jackson. Jackson's doubled back to Kate Smith. Smith with the left-hand dribble, gets in the paint, sends it out to Christiansen. She'll take an 18-foot J. That's long. Rebound comes down in the backcourt to Ocampo. Gets it up ahead and just through the hands of Analjog. It'll go back to the Delta Rabbits. Better transition defense that time as opposed to the previous possession.
Yeah, because Judge is going to want to run on you as much as they can. So, that was a better job getting back. Let's see if they can't get Kate Smith going right here. See if they come with a high screen for
Christiansen with it. Gets it to the free throw line area. Good take from
Caitlin
Allred, and she lays it up and in for the Rabbits for their first field goal. That makes it 12-4. Lead is trimmed to 8.
Yeah, nicely done there by Caitlin. Just took the ball and drove it right to the hole, even up through the tall timber, and made a nice move.
2:12 to go here in the opening period. So far, it has been all Judge. The pick and roll inside, trying to get that to Renati Hackley, the junior, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Rabbits. Checking in for Judge Memorial, number 22. Do you have a 22?
I do not have a 22.
I do not have a 22. See if we can figure that out. The turn, the shoot, the miss.
Got to box out again.
And inside it goes the other way for Kate Smith. Smith looks to go coast to coast. Great spin move, draws another foul, and Kate Smith will go back to the free throw line.
Kate Smith loves that spin move back to the left hand. She's really, really good with her left hand.
Kate will get a pair of free throws here. What a great career for Kate Smith. Just can't say enough about her work and dedication. I got a text from a buddy last night who lives over in Ephraim and one of the assistant coaches for Manti Soccer. Says, I hated game planning for Kate Smith because she's so stinking good at everything she does. Yep. Loves her as a player. Frustrating to have to coach against her.
Honestly, I could see her go play at the next level. She could go play at a Snow College or some of those other places because she is just that good.
And Judge Memorial loses it out of bounds off the rebound. And for Kate, she already got a brother, Derek, on the boys' team and the men's team there at Snow College.
There's been some good battles, I'm sure, in the backyard at the Smith home with those boys and Kate.
Thinking about the games of horse.
Well, that should be out of bounds, and it is.
Yeah. Ball goes back out. It will be Judge Memorial basketball.
They hit the back of the bankboard on the inbound pass, which is out of bounds on the backside. So,
yeah, we do not have a number 22 for Judge Memorial. So if you don't like that, talk to your coach. Screen comes up high. The ball goes from Gardner on the right side to Hackley.
How about this, though, Tanner? Already there's an illegal screen. Already, Judge, they've played 10 players in this game.
They have gone very deep into their bench as Dodu's going to check back in. Rabbits have gone 8 deep so far.
In fact, I'm not sure if Judge has a starter on the floor right now.
I don't believe they do.
What a luxury to be able to go that far into your bench. And Judge, as well, they've got some young kids coming that are really, really quality players. Dang, they're going to lose her next year. She's a senior.
Yep. And Chloe Pike.
I mean, those are your two of your big key pieces, though.
Smith gives it right side, Dodu. Now top of the key to Caitlin Allred in the corner. Kate Smith catches, gives back to Allred straight right side. Caitlin draws a heavy double team. Gets it back to Kate Smith, 12 on the shot clock. Christiansen crosses over right into the hands of Dodu off the foot. Great bounce pass from Dodu. Finlayson has it blocked out of bounds by Hackley, and it will stay Rabbit basketball.
Yeah, a little too much time there to get the shot up because the defense is coming at you. They even they've got length and height they can bring off the bench, and you can saw it right there.
Allred, another tough pass, comes up with a steal. McKenna Gardner's had some good moments here, just a freshman. The drive, the shot, the miss, and Dodu gets a great defensive rebound before a foul called on Judge Memorial. And that's 17 fouls already on Judge, so that's a 1-and-1 for the Rabbits.
And that's what's going to keep Delta in this ballgame. You're thinking, boy, is this a blowout? No. Delta's only down 7 here in this first quarter. Now here comes a bunch of the starters back for Judge. But if Delta will hit free throws, they'll stay in this ball game.
A couple of free throws coming up here for Ebony Dodu.
Now I say if. They're 3 for 6 so far in the game. Got to shoot just a little better.
Well, last night 13 to 23, I believe, was the final number, something around that.
Yeah.
Shots up and good.
All right. Nicely done there by Ebony. I just love her game. I love the energy she brings. She's undersized, yet she just goes and gets rebound after rebound after rebound.
Dodu's second is good. So 2 for 2 for Ebony, and that makes it 12-7.
Yeah, and after all of this, they're only down 5.
You know, Dodu's one of those players who gets better with each and every game. Kind of continues to test, what she's worked on in practice and her individual workouts.
Let's see if they don't try and get into Analjock right here.
Yeah, substitutions back in as Tran is out there. The shot is up, no. Rebound fought for, and it comes down to the Delta Rabbits for
nice
a moment.
Job, Kate. But
jump ball.
That's a ball free for the taking right there.
Absolutely.
And the Rabbits weren't real quick to go get that. Kate Smith is the one that came out of nowhere and dove on it, but that's one you got to go get a little earlier than that, especially against a team like Judge. You cannot give up opportunities to Judge.
Allred hounded by Pike out on the perimeter.
Got to get rid of it, and she doesn't.
They call it carry. So that'll go back to Judge Memorial with 20.7 left here in the quarter.
There's Pike on the defensive side showing you that side of her game.
Oh. Yeah, Chloe has just been terrific throughout her entire career at Judge. Obviously, if you're the starting point guard on a state championship team, you're doing something right.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Analjock with the basketball comes off the screen from Hallie. Gives it right side to Tran. 7 seconds left. Tran backs it out.
Oh,
I don't know if she realizes how much time is going on.
Either.
Analjock has it deflected, and that will end the quarter.
Great job defensively right there to close that quarter out.
It was 12-2. Rabbits ended on a 5-0 run. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live, and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Hi everyone, it's Brady with Dubé Chevrolet in Delta. There's no doubt our economic climate is changing. Finding the right vehicle at the right price has become more of a challenge than ever. At Dubé Chevrolet, we either have or can get what you want for your family, your work, or for fun at a price you're happy with. We do things differently here, committed to world-class service with a hometown feeling. Come experience the Dubé difference for yourself. Find us online at DubéChevrolet.com or call 435-864-2581. That's 864-2581. Dubé Chevrolet, your dealership.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Welcome back on in second quarter action here at the America First Event Center at SUU. It's Judge Memorial 12, Delta 7. The Rabbit defense phenomenal for those last really 3 minutes of the quarter. The lob inside for Hallie, but
too bad.
Dodu was on the line when she touched it, so.
They really did. Judge got out quick, got that lead, and then Delta's defense has come to play. They've just got to get their offense to match the defensive effort now.
Ball goes up top to Analjock, and boy, lucky that Dodu didn't get called for the foul there. Analjock's floater's no good. Finlayson had it for a moment, tapped out, and diving on it is Allred, and they get it.
There's the effort.
Dodu.
There's the effort I'm talking about right there. Allred just dove in there and went and got it, and that's what you love to see.
Smith fouled again, and Kate's going to get another 2 free throws with 7:31 to go. Love that Kate Smith has got no fear. And like you say, those brothers growing up, my wife is the only girl in her family with 4 brothers. They've all dabbled in basketball quite a bit.
Yep.
My wife is a tough, I tell you what, tough cookie dealing with 4 brothers. Free throw good from Smith makes it 12-8 with 7:31 remaining. And one more coming up here for Smith at the free throw line. Stick around. Coming up, we'll have our halftime show made possible by our friends at Jones & DeMille Engineering. Smith goes 1 for 2, and Analjock with a great tiptoe rebound. Better steal from Christiansen, and then she fumbles it out of bounds. Timeout to Judge Memorial. 7:23 to go here in the second. We'll take it and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Hi, I'm Brett Collister, CTE Director for Millard and Tintic School Districts. Do you know what CTE pathways are offered at your school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and guidance through 35 different CTE pathways. Students who take 2 or more CTE classes have a 96% graduation rate, and over 75% of CTE learners enroll in post-secondary education, giving students a step up in their chosen career fields. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Welcome back on in 12-8. The score, Rabbits put forward some good effort here, Ken, in the second quarter. A dive on the loose ball, an aggressive take from Kate Smith, and then a near steal from Jocelyn Christiansen.
Only down 4, and they've only made 1 field goal. So there's your another steal.
Well, there's your stat of the night, or morning right there. Allred spins, hands it off. Dodu sends it out. Kate Smith called for that, shoots the 3, makes the 3. Yep, Kate Smith with another 3. The Rabbits on a 9-0 run. It was 12-2, and a minute into this quarter, no score yet from the Judge Memorial Bulldogs, and out of bounds.
There we go.
Delta basketball. Unable to catch it clean inside was that Analjock inside there, or was that Dang? I think it was Analjock inside, unable to catch that.
Boy, here come the Rabbits. You know what? They have been playing their best basketball here towards the end of the season. Off to a rocky start in this one, but they seem to have found their game legs, and here they come. And Kate Smith leading the charge.
Ball goes over on the right side. Caitlin Allred picks up her dribbles, got to get rid of it to Kate Smith, and does. Kate out at the three-point line on the right side, lobs it inside to Finlinson. Aubrey will power dribble, double team. What great minutes for Gardner, the freshman off the bench.
I think Delta missed an opportunity right there, Tanner, and I'll tell you why. They had a mismatch because Analjock was out on a switch guarding Kate Smith, and I wanted her to go ahead and take her to the basket.
Yeah.
Gave up the ball on the switch, and then the turnover came.
And a foul inside on the Rabbits off the offensive rebound from Analjock. It'll be taken out underneath the basket.
Comes Rainey Western back in for Delta, and also
Morgan Beams.
Yep, Morgan Beams back in.
So with 6:15 to play here in the second quarter, Rabbits a point away from getting the lead. It is Judge Memorial basketball. Judge has led wire to wire. Great inbound play. And the foul.
Yep. You could see that coming from up here.
Yeah. I like calling games up high. I don't know what your preference is, Ken.
I'd much rather be up here.
Yeah, agreed. We were having this debate yesterday amongst some of the other broadcasters. You, myself, and Greg Sterner are all Team High. Team Hive, I guess you could say, if you want to go there. Free throw coming here for Esther Analjock. It's way off. Didn't hit the rim.
That didn't hit the rim.
And then they call the foul.
That did not hit the rim, and they got to correct that one.
Oh, no.
They're going to call a foul on Delta. That ball never hit the rim, which is a violation and should give the ball back to the Rabbits.
Well, here's the replay.
Instead, they're going to call a foul on the Rabbits on the rebound, and that's hard to understand that one.
Free throws coming again here.
I mean, give credit to Judge for going and getting it.
Yeah.
You know, they went and got the loose ball.
Analjock's first is up and good. She shoots it at just 38%. They only at 46% at the line on the team.
Yeah,
for the
notice
season.
that.
There's one Achilles heel.
Their game is in the paint.
Absolutely. One more for Analjock. No. Rebound, Allred. Had it for a moment. And Analjock picks it up. And a kick ball that will be
Coach Johnson.
Basketball.
Coach Johnson wanted an over the back on the rebound. I thought he might get it after the kind of the sequence that's happened, but chose not to call it.
Trying to get that into Tran. Tran thinks about the three, that's Ocampo. Ball goes up, top of the key to Gardner, skips it over, right side Ocampo. Now Gardner, they lob it inside. Analjock takes that jumper. It's no good. Good rebound inside from Jocelyn Christiansen.
You know, the one thing I like about Arnold Jock is she catches the ball high, keeps it high, and goes right to the basket. She's really a good player.
Allred gives it out. Western will take that three way off to the left. Rebound comes down to Daw, and she is fouled by the Rabbits. So that's now 16 fouls on Delta. These fouls racking up for both teams. Didn't even realize Delta's in the double bonus, Ken, for the rest of the half.
Yep.
And now Judge Memorial will be in the single bonus as Rainey Western will take a seat here.
Delta kind of got out of a little bit out of sync on the offensive end here the last three or 4 possessions. Defense is keeping them in the ball game, though.
Absolutely. 15-11 our score. Judge Memorial leads it with the possession. 5:38 to go before halftime.
Are you surprised to see Chloe Pike on the bench for so long?
I am, honestly, yeah. Ball goes inside, and Analjock's carrying the load right now for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs as she lays it up and in to make it 17-11.
Yeah, she's got 7 of the 17 for Judge.
Christiansen for three. Good look. It doesn't fall. Ball tapped. Good hustle again. Caitlin Allred bounces it. It ends up in the hands of Kate Smith somehow. Smith spins out of it. Gets in the lane. Right to the basket. Draws the foul. And Kate once again will go to the free throw line. That has been the two saving graces of this Rabbit team. Their defense, Ken, and Kate getting to the line.
And if you're the opposing coach, it just drives you nuts to try and defend Kate Smith. She can shoot the three, and then she is so good at getting down the lane into the basket and drawing the foul.
Off the dribble, she's terrific. Hits the first of two, makes it 17-12 with 5:06 remaining here in quarter number 2.
7 points now for Kate Smith here in the ball game.
In and out. Only problem is she's only been shooting about 50%. And a jump ball, good hustle there from Allred. It stays Rabbit basketball.
Great effort there by Caitlin Allred to go in there and tie her up.
Caitlin's been terrific here tonight, or this morning rather.
Let's see if they run Kate Smith off a screen to get her a look coming off the inbounds play. There she is.
And there you go. They get it to her. Kate will take the three. A little bit rushed maybe and missed that one. Rebound comes the other way for Judge Memorial. The left-hand drive from Ocampo.
Beautiful.
What a pass inside and then a foul on Caitlin Smith. Caitlin Allred, that will put Annal Jacques at the free throw line. She has just feasted inside here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Ocampo, beautiful drive, and then it was a left-handed shovel pass through the defense right on the money. And if my numbers or my page here is correct, Ocampo is just a freshman.
Yeah.
Boy, she played with great poise.
Free throw good from Annal Jacques. That makes it 18-12 for Judge Memorial. And one more coming here.
Yeah, 8 for Esther here in the game with a chance for one more.
She's had a terrific season, as mentioned. 12 points, 9 boards a game, 54% from the floor. Hits 2 there, makes
Nicely
it
done.
19-12. Checking in is Riley Vigil for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs.
How about Arnold Jock yesterday? She had 10 in the ball game. Already here in the first half, she's got 9 for Judge. Average is 12 on the year.
Kate Smith gives left side to Christiansen. Skip pass over to Beams. Morgan back to Kate. Kate thought about the three for a moment. Backs it out now. Screen from Finlinson. Kate's going to go right to the basket. Send it out. Christiansen takes a 15-foot J. Good. And a good-looking jumper from Jocelyn. That makes it 19-14. The lead trimmed to 5 once again.
Wasn't that a beautiful shot by Jocelyn? That shows you her capabilities on the basketball floor.
Rebound comes down to Beams. Beams bounces to Kate Smith. Smith's going to try and run out now. Kate crosses the timeline. 4:14 to go in the half. 5-point lead for Judge Memorial. Smith with the left-hand crossover gives it to herself. It was deflected to herself, I should say. Beams loves that corner three. Takes long. Rebound inside to Allred. Kate, power dribble, shoots for 2 and scores. Great job inside from Caitlin Allred.
That's 5 for Caitlin, and she has really been a bright spot for the Rabbits on that on the offensive glass and on the defensive end.
Last touch by Judge Memorial. It'll be Delta basketball with 3:47 to go in the half.
And look who's coming back in. Here comes Chloe Pike back into the ball game.
Dang is back in.
Dang, yep. Now coming back with
Paris Tran.
Pretty much most of the starters now.
Yeah. 3:47 to go before the half. Kate Smith trots across the timeline for the Delta Rabbits. Screen high from Allred. Gives left side Christiansen. Jocelyn will drive it. Runs into a wall. Sends it back over to Smith. Kate skips it. Right wing Now inside to Allred. Kate turns, shoots, and scores again. Caitlin Allred finishes again inside. It's a 1-point game again. Delta keeps getting it down to 1 point, Ken. One possession.
Caitlin bringing her A game today. She is playing so well for the Rabbits. Keeping them close. Let's see if they don't try to get this ball back inside now for Judge, as they've got Dang and Aneljock both on the floor.
Tran with it, gives it up top to Pike. Chloe with it, right-hand dribble. Looks to spin on Kate Smith, comes back to her left. Good move inside, left-hand finish. What a pretty play inside from Chloe Pike.
Very much like Kate Smith. Goes right, spins back left, uses the left hand. Beautiful move there by Chloe Pike.
Smith skips it left side. Jocelyn Christiansen. Kate with the basketball up top. Surveying. 2:42 to go. Christiansen catches left side.
Going to run Kate here to the corner for a three.
She's come out and guarded by Aneljock. Now Christiansen gives it to Allred. Caitlin Allred will pull it back out. Good hesitation move from Allred. Picks up her dribble, sends it out wide open. Kate Smith, college range three. That's short. Rebound comes down into the hands of Daw.
Got a good look at it. Just, you're right. That was out beyond that 3-point range for the college game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dribble inside, kick to the corner. Dang can hit the three. It's short. Dang shoots 33% from three and then takes it up and draws a foul. And Niang Dang Dang will be at the free throw line to shoot two.
Now, what I like about Dang right there is she after she let the three go, I think she could tell that it wasn't online. She follows it right up, picks up the offensive rebound, draws the foul, and goes right back to the free throw line.
Free throw is up and good. Dang shoots at 46% from the.
And I'm telling you what, Judge,
they're shooting great today.
They're shooting really, really well from that free throw line. Normally 46% as a team. I'll tell you what they're shooting after this one.
That one's no good. Rebound to Beams. Morgan gets it up to Kate Smith.
5 for 8 from the free throw line are the Bulldogs.
Smith with the basketball straight away. Kate with the left-hand dribble gives to Jocelyn. Christiansen with the right-hand dribble.
Ooh.
Bumped out front, and then they'll get a jump ball. Possession goes the other way to Judge Memorial's Kate Jackson, the sophomore, back in for the Rabbits.
Yeah, she kind of took her off her mark as she went around the top there.
It will be Daw getting it into Chloe Pike as Chloe calls out the play. Pike sends it over left side to Daw. Up top, Aneljock, right-hand dribble. Euro step, throws up the shot, no, but a foul inside on Aubrey Finlinson, and that'll result in 2 more free throws for Judge Memorial.
Yeah, Aubrey Finlinson was trying to draw the charge there and probably went down a little too early. And just enough contact there that the official chose to blow his whistle on that one.
Free throws coming for Aneljock. First one's up and down.
Wow. 4 for 6 is Esther Aneljock on the game. Normally, just 33% free throw shooter, so she's helping the cause here greatly for the Bulldogs.
Misses that one. Rebound comes down to Christiansen.
Yeah, great block
she gets
out.
Called for the foul. That's going to send Jocelyn to the free throw line. She will get 2 free throws here. That's both teams now in the double bonus. It's a tough foul if you're Judge, too. You send them clear the other way, stop the clock.
And already, boy, in this ballgame, in the first half, there have been 19 fouls that have been called so far in this ballgame, and a lot of free throws here so far.
Christiansen, just a freshman. Pretty stroke as she hits the first out of 2. Fundamentals right there, Ken.
Yeah, she's going to be fun to watch over the next 4 years. She's extremely athletic and got some great skills on the basketball floor.
Misses the second one. Free throws continue to be an issue for the Rabbits. Still only down 4 with 1:33 to go in the half. Pike gives it right side. Tran will put it on the floor, take a long 2. In and out, ball fought for. Finlinson fighting with Dang. Dang's length prevails, and then she is fouled inside. They count the basket.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, boy. Wow, they count the basket for Dang, and she'll get a free throw here. Let's see.
Yeah, the Delta bench not happy about that one. I thought it might have been fouled. There was a foul, but I thought it was a little bit earlier than that.
One more free throw for Nian Dang Dang. Shots up and no good.
Yeah, but there's a violation. I think Delta stepped into the lane too quick.
They did.
but back to my point earlier, you can't stand and jump with Judge. They're just too long. You have got to get a body, force them away from the basket.
Free throws up and good. 26-19 now.
Violation cost them a point there.
Every time that the Rabbits get within a possession, Judge has an answer for him. Christiansen into a tough three. It's long. Quick trigger rebound, Aubrey Finlinson. Finlinson gets it to Kate Smith, right corner. Kate dribbles out of it with the left hand, gives up top Beams now. Morgan sends to the corner to Jackson. Jackson with it, skips it up top Smith. Kate thought about the three, now spins, loses the basketball for a moment, recovers. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Jackson straight up top Smith. Kate surveys, comes off a screen, gives left side Jackson. She'll take the three. In and out. Good look from Kate. Rebound comes down to Dang. Other way, Aneljock to the basket.
Yeah, that's an easy call.
Offensive foul. Morgan Beams taking the charge inside.
You got to give Morgan all the credit in the world to stand there and have a freight train coming at you like that. And Aneljock's going to the basket just like she should. She should go hard like that. Beams just made a little better defensive play right there.
4-second differential between shot and game clock. We got Dodu and Allred back in the game for the Rabbits as Beam and Jackson will sit.
See if they don't try to get Kate right here for a three.
Gives it straight away. Jocelyn Christiansen into the middle of the floor with Allred. Back out Kate. She calls for it. Takes the three. No good. Good look. Rebound. Comes down. Christiansen with the putback. Wow. What a take from Jocelyn. Took it right away from Dang, the much taller player. Scores it.
That's 5 for her.
Under 16 seconds to play. Out of bounds. It goes back to the Rabbits with 12 seconds remaining.
And here comes Delta back the other way now. Every time it seems like maybe Judge is going to push it out. Delta responds. It's been fun to watch.
Absolutely. Smith with the basketball. 12 seconds to play in the half. Kate, the right-hand dribble, gives left side Dodu. I don't think Ebony realizes how much time's left. Gets it over to Allred. 2 on the clock. Caitlin's got to shoot it. Does from way deep in its shorts, as that will end the half. Judge Memorial 26, Delta 21. Stay tuned. We've got our Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Great Basin Coatings at 696 North Highway 6 in Delta specializes in powder coating, Cerakoting, and sandblasting. Located on the north end of Delta, they do all types of metal fabrications. Great Basin Coatings' large 10-foot by 16-foot oven is ideal for trailers, truck frames, handrails, and metal ATV and UTV parts. Save time with our pickup and delivery as well. Go to GreatBasinCoatings.com for details. Great Basin Coatings. Call 435-979-2231.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that's served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Jordan Johnson at State Farm Insurance in Delta is a proud supporter of Delta High School and would like to wish good luck to the athletes this year. Jordan Johnson at State Farm Insurance provides services for health, life, home, and auto insurance, as well as property and business insurance. Jordan wants to help you start the new year off right by saving you money by switching to State Farm Insurance. Stop in and see how much Jordan can save you at his State Farm Insurance office located at 347 West Main Street in Delta, or give him a call at 435-864-3828.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
The Realtors at Signature Real Estate Services are in the business of helping you find the home or property you will love. With over 50 years combined experience, they would love to put that kind of professional knowledge and experience to work for you. They have hundreds of satisfied customers throughout Utah that have loved working with the staff at Signature Real Estate. Check out their website at signaturerealestate.com to begin your next real estate adventure.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. It's the Jones & DeMille Engineering Halftime Show, supporting local programs and academic and athletic achievements. Building relationships and working passionately is a winning combination. Check them out with Jones & DeMille Engineering. You know, Ken, I've been around, I don't want to say I've been around the block necessarily, but I've been around long enough to know that we've had these same three pre, post, and halftime sponsors for a very long time. Very, very long time.
They've just been outstanding, helping us to bring all these games, and I can't say enough to them. If you get a chance, tell those folks thank you. But they're staples not only in the community, but in the entire central Utah and almost statewide areas.
Yeah,
they do so much, and we appreciate them. Absolutely.
Well, your score here at the half, it's Judge Memorial 26, Delta 21. Not the best shooting numbers for either side. Judge is at 33%. Delta is at 30%. 25% from three for Judge. Delta is 1 for 12 from the three-point line, putting them at 8%. Rabbits, 8 of 14 at the line for 57%, while Judge is at 7 of 11 for 63%. So Rabbits hanging around, getting to the free throw line. Probably need to convert on a few more of those in the second half. And then let's get to your leading scores here. 7 points for Kate Smith. She has only attempted three-pointers and free throws. Currently has 7 points with 1 3 and 4 free throws. And then 7 points for Caitlin Allred. Caitlin, I thought, was a real bright spot for what the Rabbits were able to do in that first half, part of the comeback.
I agree. And so you look at the numbers you're giving me right there. It's the ability of Judge to knock down free throws and Delta's inability to connect from three right now. Normally, last night, Delta, just Kate Smith herself had 6 in the ball game. And then there were a couple others from other players. So Delta, I believe, had 8 threes last night. Only 1 so far here today.
Rebounding, I should also point out Jocelyn Christiansen with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals for Jocelyn as well off the bench. She's been great. Esther Aneljak with 10 points and 8 boards for Judge Memorial, 6 from Niang Dang Dang, along with 4 rebounds, 5 points from Chloe Pike. And I thought McKenna Gardner, the freshman, did some good things. She had 3 off the bench for Judge Memorial. Here's something interesting, Ken, in rebounds. Judge is only a +2, but they're a +3 in offensive rebounds, and they are a +4 in the turnover margin. So that's generated 7 more shots, 7 more possessions, if you will, for Judge Memorial as opposed to the Rabbits.
We talked about that in the pregame. You've got to limit Judge to 1 and done. And that's hard to do. That's easier said than done.
Right.
When you've got the length there of Aneljak and Dang, they're just hard. As I said, I know I sound like a broken record. You can't jump with them. And you know what? I couldn't either. It's easy for me to sit up here and say, this is what we need to do.
Right.
But that's a good team, and it's hard to keep them off the glass.
About 3.5 minutes away from our second half tip-off. We'll have some keys to the game next. You're listening to the Jones & DeMille Engineering Halftime Show on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes in Millard County. Intermountain Delta Community and Fillmore Community Hospitals, providing a strong, dedicated team for you.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Hi everyone, it's Brady with Drebay Chevrolet in Delta. There's no doubt our economic climate is changing. Finding the right vehicle at the right price has become more of a challenge than ever. At Drebay Chevrolet, we either have or can get what you want for your family, your work, or for fun at a price you're happy with. We do things differently here, committed to world-class service with a hometown feeling. Come experience the Drebay difference for yourself. Find us online at DrebayChevrolet.com or call 435-864-2581. That's 864-2581. Drebay Chevrolet, your dealership.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Call Farm Bureau agent Chad Drubay anytime or learn more at chaddrubay.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hi, I'm Brett Collister, CTE Director for Millard and Tintic School Districts. Do you know what CTE pathways are offered at your school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and guidance through 35 different CTE pathways. Students who take 2 or more CTE classes have a 96% graduation rate, and over 75% of CTE learners enroll in post-secondary education, giving students a step up in their chosen career fields. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Good crowd for the Delta Rabbits here in the consolation bracket. Marcus Chase just looked at the ref and said, hey, I want a jumper here. But Marcus had a great junior season for the Rabbits on the boys' side. I saw Coach Topham here yesterday. I believe he'd still be here today.
I might have seen him here today, too. So.
He's in his shorts.
Oh,
and I like wearing. I'm a shorts
that
advocate.
Whole coaching staff of the boys, they love to go in the shorts and the flip flops.
Smith misses, but look right on cue. Ebony Dodu gets the offensive board. All red, puts it on the floor, tries to drive it, loses the basketball, flips it to Finlinson. Finlinson picks up her dribble, spins.
Oh, shoot that one.
Should have shot it. Yeah, loses the basketball. Now we'll get a jump ball. Possession goes back to Judge Memorial. A couple of decent looks there for the Rabbits. Just couldn't get either of them to fall, and it will be Judge's basketball. 26-21 our score here in the third. Some keys, Ken, for the Rabbits to get back into this a little further in the second half.
They got to knock a few threes down for sure, and then they've got to defend their defensive boards the best they can.
Great pass from Aljock to Dang, draws the foul, and Dang will go to the free throw line for Judge Memorial.
Dang's been there 3 times tonight. She's 2 for 3 so far.
14 points, 9 rebounds a game.
And again, I want to throw a plug again towards TeamHive.live and Centricom, all they do for us. I was just showing you the stuff we post on our Facebook page at Delta High, encouraging people to watch the games on Team Hive. Folks, don't get caught in the scams that are out there.
No.
A lot of there's some fake accounts out there that are posting to our account saying, hey, watch the games here. Please only follow what we put out there, the TeamHive.live.
If it's not TeamHive.live, it's not the right link. So
be careful. I was just looking through our posts from last night, and I've got a bunch of scammers out there that are trying to access our accounts. So, folks, we appreciate you following us. Make sure you follow the right accounts for us.
Absolutely. Dodu with the basketball up top, sends it back up top. The shot for 3 from Smith is just off. Just hasn't been Kate's day from downtown. And a good fight from Caitlin Allred. Hands to Finlinson, but Finlinson was on the end line, out of bounds, back to Judge.
Yeah, good effort. I really like their effort getting after it down on the floor. And right here, a little bit of a danger zone. I mean, we're so early in the second half, but 8-point lead here. You don't want, if you're Delta, you don't want to let Judge get out too far. And if you're Judge, you want to be patient and run it down low. Instead, they throw that one away.
They get the steal. Kate Smith spins off Chloe Pike, left-hand dribble, and Chloe gets called for the reach, and that will be a foul on Judge, their first of the second half. You know, I'm impressed that Judge has accumulated the talent they've had. Taya Sidbury, the state's all-time leading scorer, boys or girls in any classification. Now a freshman up on that really good University of Utah women's basketball team. Yeah. They are phenomenal. And then you had Marika Collins go to Snow College, an important contributor to the Badgers this season. I'd imagine Aneljock and Dang have gotten some looks elsewhere. Chloe Pike as well.
Chloe Pike just had to go to the bench, and I'll let you call this one first.
3 from Kate, off again, and a good-looking Kate just looking at the basket like, what is going on?
Well, I was just looking at Chloe Pike. It's showing personal fouls that she had 3 in the first half, so
maybe
that might be 4 right there.
That would make sense why she sat a little bit more in this throughout this game. As Alaya Ocampo is back on the floor for Judge. Ball goes on the left side to Tran. Tran will send to the corner. Ocampo, 9 seconds on the shot clock. They go into Aneljock. She gives to Dang. Dang drives, draws a foul, and will shoot 2. Nian Dang will go back to the free throw line for Judge Memorial.
Yeah, boy, she's just been so tough inside there. Why not? Why not continue to try and go to her between the two bigs, between Aneljock and Dang? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This will be the 13th and 14th free throws that they have shot.
Wow. Free throw drops there, makes it 28-21 with 5:59 to go in the third quarter. One more coming here for Dang. Shots up. No good. Good box out from Aubrey Finlinson.
Yeah, nice job to keep the bigs away and went and got it for him. Delta needs a bucket right here.
Absolutely. Smith gives to Allred left side. Spin by Kate. Caitlin will try to get rid of it, and she's fouled. So side out of bounds, both teams with 2 early team fouls here in the third quarter.
Fortunate for the Rabbits to keep the possession right there because Judge did a pretty good job defensively right there. Just know where to go with the ball.
Caitlin Allred will try to get it into Kate Smith. Sends it back to Jocelyn Christiansen. Smith straight away with it. Now dribbles to the right side. Tries to get that into Allred, and the length of Dang just picked it off. Dang to the basket. Count it, and a foul. Kate Smith got in the way just enough to create some contact, and that will be an opportunity for a three-point play. Judge is now back up by 9.
Boy, how about Nian Dang handling the ball, almost length of the floor, and taking it right to the rack, takes the contact and lays it in. I was impressive by the young lady.
Absolutely. Timeout. We'll take it and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network at teamhive.live.
Great Basin Coatings at 696 North Highway 6 in Delta specializes in powder coating, Cerakoting, and sandblasting. Located on the north end of Delta, they do all types of metal fabrications. Great Basin Coatings' large 10-foot by 16-foot oven is ideal for trailers, truck frames, handrails, and metal ATV and UTV parts. Save time with their pickup and delivery as well. Go to GreatBasinCoatings.com for details. Great Basin Coatings. Call 435-979-2231.
Gone in. It's Judge Memorial and Delta. Good time out there, I think, from Coach Johnson. Just needing to kind of settle things down. And Kate Smith's getting the looks. It just has not been her morning so far down here. I guess we are into the afternoon officially, but
are we? I have no idea.
It's 12:05, my friend.
Okay, all right.
With that
I came in this morning at about 4:07. If you believe that, felt like it.
I see what you're saying there. You really don't sleep good at hotels if you were here at 4:07. Offensive rebound off the miss inside. Sends it back out. Aneljock will take an 18-footer. Looks good. That's a part of her game she's going to continue to develop. Esther Aneljock knocks it down, 32-21. Smith gives left side to Allred. Now back to Kate. Kate will look to attack off the dribble inside. Takes it up for 2 off the window. Just too strong. And again, just has not been Kate's afternoon.
Yeah, and I like that possession. I like her going to the bucket strong like that.
Ball on the left side to Paris Tran. Tran will send it into the corner now to Ocampo. She'll take the jumper. It's short. Finlinson taps it, but you got to go up with 2 hands as Christiansen and Dang fighting for it. And Christiansen's unfortunately going to get called for the foul there. Just kind of a wrong place, wrong time situation, and it will be Judge Memorial basketball, the 4th team foul on the Rabbits with 4:57 to play in the third.
Dang's got such a great nose for the ball. She just goes and gets it. And with her length, she's just hard to deal with. She's played really well here this morning.
Ball lobbed into Dang. Great block shot. Caitlin Allred heads the other way. Great pass to Kate Smith. She'll go right to the rim and finish. Great play. Caitlin Allred to Kate Smith. Started with the block shot on one end, led to a good pass and finish on the other.
Yeah, 9 now for Kate Smith. That's her first 2-point field goal of the game.
Ball goes over on the right side to Ocampo. We got a palindrome, 32-23 our score. If you're a stat nerd like me, you do a game with Tanner Wilkinson, you know I will bring up the palindrome.
Oh.
Ball is tapped again by Finlayson, and then a foul on the Rabbits again. Finlayson's got to go with 2 hands after the basketball, Ken.
Yeah, and everybody else has got to sustain that block out till the possession. They kind of gave up on it, and Judge didn't. They said, no, we'll still go get it. So this second half, it's hurt them a little bit. Judge is really starting to pick up more and more offensive rebounds, and Delta's struggling with that.
Great block, but a foul on Jocelyn Christiansen, and that will be 2 more free throws for Judge Memorial. They have really been the aggressor. And give Delta credit for being aggressive as well. It's just with that size and length, that's now 4 fouls on Jocelyn Christiansen.
Boy, I didn't even realize that she was even getting to that number, to be honest with you.
Dang misses the first out of 2, and now Kate Jackson will check in replacing Christiansen with 4:27 to go.
Yeah, this is the 9th free throw that Dang will take, and I'm not being critical here. I'm just saying
she's been that aggressive.
She's just been aggressive, and she's been rewarded by getting to the basket.
Misses both there. Good box out and a foul going the other way, I believe. Yes, it will go against Bella Haley.
Delta had 2 inside players that time, and that the Judge player just came over the back right there. Yeah. So better job there on that particular box out.
Ball goes over on the left side to Jackson. Now Kate Smith with a little bit of pressure here from this younger lineup. She gets it right into the hands of Allred. Now back to Kate Smith. It's a 9-point lead for Judge Memorial, which I believe ties their largest of the game. And a turnover. Dang the other way.
Looking for a high screen, and the pass was coming to the high screen person. So that's a tough one there.
Tough miscommunication.
Yeah.
Ocampo gives right side to Daw.
She can shoot that.
Deep 3 for Ocampo, and she drills it. A great-looking jump shot from Elia Ocampo, just a freshman, going to be a big part of this program for the next couple of seasons.
I love her game. Comes off the bench and really gives them a lift.
Smith into a 3 on the right side. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound fought for by Finlayson. Aubrey comes away with it, gives to Jackson. Jackson back over to Smith. Kate will go to Caitlin Allred. Allred cut off baseline. Send back to Smith. Smith comes off inside. Euro step for 2, draws a foul, and Kate will go back to the free throw line with 3:26 remaining here in the third.
Yeah, just put the defense all the way to the basket. And you know what? That's what you want your star player to do. If the shot's not falling from outside, take the ball and drive it to the basket. Get to the free throw line. Find a way to score, and that's what she's doing.
Shot drops for Smith. 35-24 our score now.
And this will be the 10th free throw of the game for Kate Smith.
Second one's up and down. 35-25 with 3:26 to go in the third quarter is McKenna Gardner, the freshman, who had a big and one in the first half, checks back in.
11 in the ball game now for Kate Smith. Let's see if she doesn't heat up here. Still plenty of time. We're just barely halfway through the third quarter.
Ball goes back out.
Look at the ball handling skills there by Ocampo.
3-point shot is on the way. It's off. Rebound to Smith. Kate's got a transition opportunity with Kate Jackson. Gets it up to her. Kate inside. Pumps. It traveled beforehand. Oh, they call it jump ball. It'll stay Delta basketball with 3:06 to go in the quarter.
Did you like the pass Kate Smith threw? That was a back shoulder pass like you throw in football. Back shoulder on the sideline because the defense was running in front of her. That was a pretty nice pass. Nice catch, too.
Maybe she can apply for an extra year of football.
There you go. That was pretty.
Ball goes to Kate in the corner. Left-hand dribble attack. Sends it back up to Dodu. Dodu now driving, bounces inside to Finlinson, and Aubrey trying to fight for the loose ball. Finlinson.
Gotta love Ebony's hustle right there.
Dodu got it to Finlinson. She gets it deflected, ends up in the hands of Haley. Wow, what a sequence. Put it that way.
Go ahead and call it. I don't know how to call that one either. It was just.
Sequence is the word we're going with.
All right, we'll go for that.
High arcing shot for Hallie. It's no good, and out of bounds it goes. Stays Judge Memorial basketball with 2:33 to go in the third. We are a little bit behind on our schedule after that overtime game earlier between.
That was my fault.
Canyon View. You're taking the fall for that one, huh?
Yeah, that was my fault.
Good looking shot out on the perimeter for Judge Memorial's Riley Vigil, this freshman. Jump ball stays with Judge with 2:25 to go in the third. Looking to inbound baseline, Nevaeh Uri.
One thing you're seeing just a little bit of here, Tanner. I'll let you call that one.
As Ocampo, good-looking triple. It's off. Rebound inside to Hallie. Puts it back up for two. No. And deflected right into the hands of Finlinson.
Because of the depth that Judge can come with off their bench, they might be just a little fresher than are the Rabbits here. They don't go quite as deep on their bench, and so some of those girls have played a lot of minutes.
Yep. Other way after the turnover comes McKenna Gardner. Under 2 to play here in the third. Gardner up top. Gives right side to Vigil. Timeout to Judge Memorial. We'll take it as well on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Jordan Johnson at State Farm Insurance in Delta is a proud supporter of Delta High School and would like to wish good luck to the athletes this year. Jordan Johnson at State Farm Insurance provides services for health, life, home, and auto insurance, as well as property and business insurance. Jordan wants to help you start the new year off right by saving you money by switching to State Farm Insurance. Stop in and see how much Jordan can save you at his State Farm Insurance office located at 347 West Main Street in Delta, or give him a call at 435-864-3828.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
35-25 our score with 1:51 remaining here in the third quarter. Well, here's the thing, Ken. Judge is shooting the rest of the way, and we've still got a ways to go. About 10 minutes of basketball action left.
Yeah, Delta, they've got some people in foul trouble and going to have to be careful the rest of the way here. Of course, Chloe Pike, I think she has 4, but it might just be 3. I didn't get a quick enough look on the board, but she's been sitting for quite a while here.
Beautiful pick and roll inside the miss by Uri, and it comes down to the Delta Rabbits. Kate Smith heads the other way for Delta. Now Caitlin Allred straight away. Allred now dribbles to the right side, trying to get that zone to move a little bit. Lob inside to Dodu. Good screen from Finlinson to free up Dodu. She just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, that's too bad there. Nice catch and layup. Here's the stat for you of the night, in my opinion. In that first half, Delta shot 8% from the three-point line. They were 1 for 12. And hate to tell you this, partner, but I don't think it's gotten any better in the second half. They haven't hit one here in the second.
Yeah. Travel violation goes back the Rabbits with 1:11 to go here in the third. Smith with the basketball will bring it down for the Delta Rabbits. Back up top to Caitlin Allred. Allred with the right-hand dribble. Has Kate in the corner. Kate catches. Picked up by Veal. Skips it back over. The right-hand drive from Dodu. Picks up her dribble. Gives back to Smith. Swings it Allred. Caitlin Allred puts it on the floor. Good take to the basket. Throws up the shot. Draws the foul. And she'll go back to the free throw line. Nearly got that one to drop.
Little Euro step around the defense there. That was a nice move there by Allred.
See on our Centricom replay. Beautifully done. Yeah, that's textbook. When you come at that angle, it's much harder for the defender to take the charge, Ken, but still causes some contact enough to draw the foul.
Caitlin Allred has really played a great game here. That gives her 8 points on the morning afternoon game.
There you go. One more.
Nice.
And it drops.
Yep.
35-27 our score with 41 seconds remaining.
I was just going to say, if you can get a stop here for Delta, get one more bucket here before you go to the break and only be down 6. That's a win. That's a win for you going into that final quarter.
Absolutely.
And if you're Judge, you want to play good defense here, go to the break at least up 8 here.
Ball goes to Smith, right side. Now Dodu with it.
Here comes all the starters back to the table for Judge. There
Corner
you go.
3 from Kate off the back of the rim. Ball fought for out of bounds. It should stay Rabbit basketball, and it does. One final possession here.
And if you're Kate Smith, you don't let that bother you.
No.
You shoot the next one you're open on.
There's one way to get out of a slump, my friend, and that's to keep shooting. Got to see one go through. In my opinion, if you have a coach who tells you to quit shooting, that's not good coaching.
Great catch. Go ahead and shoot that.
Good pass and a block. Great length from Dang.
Yeah. Boy, she's just so good down in there. Stopped the potential shot on the first pass coming in, and then she blocked the second one.
Pike with the basketball. Comes off the screen from Yuri. Bounces inside. Finish for 2. A nice take from Analjak inside. That'll end the quarter. Judge Memorial 37, Delta 27.
Threaded the needle.
Absolutely. We'll be back with the fourth quarter next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Do you love working with a Central Utah realtor with rave reviews? Then call one of the professional agents at Signature Real Estate in Fillmore or Delta. Their agents will lead you through the home buying and selling process. Let them help take the stress out of things. Give them a call at 435-743-8316 or check them out on Facebook or their website, signaturerealestate.com. That's 435-743-8316.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
37-27 our score coming into the fourth quarter. On the season, Judge Memorial averages 55 points a game. Still a chance to get to that here in the fourth. Got a 10-point lead. The winner will take on Canyon View right here tomorrow for the 5th-6th place game. Ball goes up top to Dodu. Left-hand dribble from Ebony. Loses her footing for a moment. Great backdoor cut from Kate Smith, and she finishes off a beautiful feed from Dodu. Textbook bounce pass.
Yeah, that was a great effort by both girls. Nice little thread the needle back the other way for the Rabbits, and Kate with a nice catch and layup.
Pike, left-hand dribble, sends to the corner. Tran thought about the 3 drives. Floats it up for 2. It's long. Good box out from Morgan Beams. She gets it, the basketball to Kate Smith.
And a chance for Delta to cut into this lead, make a little run right here.
Smith up top. 37-29 our score, 7:20 to go. Right side Dodu.
Now, if I'm Kate, I'd move in just a little bit, get your feet set inside that black line, let her fly.
Pike loses it in transition. Dodu gets it back for the Rabbits. Delta down 8, trying to take advantage of the turnover. Ball up top to Smith on the left side, sends to Allred. Allred with the right-hand dribble, gives back up top to Beam. She'll skip it to Kate Smith. Kate comes off the screen, now back to Allred. Just nothing coming out of these screens, Ken. Smith, a deep 3. That's
there
good.
You go.
It's a 5-point game. Kate Smith with a big 3. 37-32 with 6:38 remaining. Dang, no one gets back on defense, and she gets the easiest layup of the night for Judge Memorial. Can't get lackadaisical after a made basket.
12 now for Dang. 16 in the game now for Kate Smith. Kind of a quiet 16.
Yeah.
But they're coming.
Just her second three-pointer. Kate gives up to Allred. Allred now straight away. Swings it back over to Smith. Smith with the left-hand dribble. Attacks. Gets inside. Has it blocked. Out of bounds it stays.
Yeah, she kind of hyperextended that leg, that knee just a little bit. Kind of got a little awkward as she jumped and came down. Rabbits are fortunate. Going to give it back to him. I wasn't sure about that one.
Smith trying to get this thing in. Sends it over to Dodu. Chloe Pike just picked it right off and then it was fouled.
Yeah.
And Chloe will get a 1-1.
Chloe Pike kind of exerting her presence here again in the game lane. She's so good on the floor.
You talked about her as the calling presence, kind of, I don't know if X Factor, because I think she's better than like an X Factor type player, right? But she's just that good.
So good. And just a floor general out there. She's kind of an extension of the coach, honestly, on the floor.
Shot is up and no good. Rebound to Dang. Putback is good. Lead is back up to 32-41, our score. Again, Rabbits had it down to 5. Back-to-back buckets from Dang. Beams with the right-hand dribble. Trying to get it to Kate Smith. Kate catches. Skips it to Dodu. Dodu spins in the lane. Bounce pass into Finlandson. Aubrey can't handle it. It's fought for, and then Dang was out of bounds, or they call it travel, so it'll stay Rabbit basketball either way. 5:43 to go. 9 on the shot clock here, Ken.
So they'll inbound with Kate Smith out of bounds, and then you'll look for her to come off the screen to the corner for a 3.
Smith trying to get this in.
There's nobody there to screen for her. There she is. There's her corner
Open
shot.
Corner 3 for Kate is long. Rebound fought for, and they call a foul on Delta. So that'll be 1-1 again. That's 2 back-to-back fouls by the Rabbits that cause free throws on the other end.
Yeah, and still just 1-1, but as you mentioned earlier, they're judge shooting the rest of the way.
Yeah, starting
yeah.
Numbers starting to add up for Dodu. She's got 4 fouls, 3 on Kate Smith, 3 on Caitlin Allred, 4 on Jocelyn Christiansen. The front end of the 1-1's no good, and then a foul inside on Judge Memorial. That'll be their 6th team foul. So now Delta will shoot for the final 5:35, as that is team foul number 6. Rabbits, every time, Ken, just get close and just can't quite close it out.
Well, 15 now for Dang and 12 for Annaljock. They have carried the load. They've done a nice job here for the Bulldogs. And there's Pike again, causing all kinds of problems. Knocks that one out of bounds.
Inbounding it on the side will be Vigil. Gets it into Smith. Dodu for 3. Good. Ebony Dodu with the big 3. And that cuts the lead to 6. Timeout to Jordan Johnson. And the Rabbits, 41-35. Judge still leads on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes in Millard County. Intermountain Delta Community and Fillmore Community Hospitals, providing a strong, dedicated team for you.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
I understand. I get that.
Welcome back on in, 41-35. Delta Rabbits cut the lead to 6, a big 3 from Ebony Dodu, and she's had a great tournament, Ken. A lot of growth from the junior forward.
Yeah, I've been so impressed with her all year long. She has, she keeps Delta in games just with her pure ability to go get a rebound. And like I said, she had 19 in a game late this year that was incredible to watch.
Pike with the basketball, gives it over on the left side to Ocampo. Good deflection from Caitlin Allred, diving on it with Pike. And,
oh boy,
we're going to get a timeout and an injury to the Delta Rabbits. We'll take the timeout and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Well, Judge Memorial basketball, a tough break for the Rabbits on that one, Ken, as Judge retains possession here with 5:04 to go.
Yeah, great hustle there by both young ladies.
Pike nearly loses it on the right side, drives baseline, sends it over. Good hands from Kate Smith to deflect it. 10 on the shot clock. The way that ball was deflected.
This is a big possession for both teams in the ball game, and we're still not quite halfway through the quarter. But if Delta can fend this one off and get a bucket, boy, we got a game.
Ball goes in. Aneljock turns, shoots, misses. Rebound to Dang. Putback is off the rim. Rebound to Christiansen, and a foul on Chloe Pike. And for Chloe, that is going to be number 4.
Okay.
But it's a 1-and-1 the other way for Jocelyn Christiansen, one of your better free throw shooters if you're Delta.
Yeah, boy, how about the hustle by Jocelyn to go in there and get that rebound.
4:47 to go. It's a 1-and-1 for the freshman.
1 for 2 in the ball game.
Misses the front end. Offensive rebound. Allred sticks it back in. So either way, the Rabbits get 2 points. It's 41-37 with 4:40 to go.
11 for Caitlin Allred in the ball game. And boy, she's come to play today.
Pressure here from the Rabbits. Chloe Pike tries to drive. She is fouled. And we'll see if they give them 2 or 1-and-1.
Well, that's a heady play there by the senior point guard, Chloe Pike, just to take that ball and go right to the basket. Now, Delta, on the other hand, when you see that coming, someone needs to step over and see if they can take the charge right there.
It's 1-and-1 here for Chloe with 4:30 to go in the quarter.
She is 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. Shoots 45% from the free throw line. That surprises me a little bit because she's such a good shooter, good player.
And Jocelyn Christiansen has fouled out of the ball game, unfortunately for the Rabbits. So it's been an 8-woman rotation, is now suddenly down to 7. They miss the front end. Offensive rebound, Aneljock. She loses it back to Pike. Up top, Campo. Ocampo with the left-hand dribble. Daw will send it back to Chloe. You talk about Chloe being an extension of the coach on the floor. Hey, let's back this out. Let's make sure we get a good possession. Call that out. That was
way
great.
Smart on her part.
Screen high. Daw gives back to Pike. Pike will take a 3 and hit.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure if that's what they want right there, and she knocks it down. Boy, big time 3 by Chloe Pike.
44-37, Judge Memorial in front. Kate Smith with the basketball, gives it over to Allred.
Right back to Kate. She got a 3.
Deep one for Kate. No. Offensive rebound, Allred. Stick back, no. And Dodu taps it out of bounds. It'll be Judge Memorial basketball. Yep, Judge will have possession here with 3:40 to go. Ball into Pike. This press has caused a little bit of trouble for Judge Memorial. That's why Ocampo's out there. You got your 2 point guards, 2 best ball handlers. Lobs it inside. Aneljock for 2. No. Rebound. Fought for. Dang gets it back. Misses that one. Aneljock again. Puts it in. And the offensive boards continue to help Judge Memorial as they're now up 9 with 3:20 to go.
Great effort by both of those young ladies, Aneljock and Dang. They're just so hard to contain down inside around that basket. Boy, it was down to 4 just a moment ago?
Back up to 9. The dribble drive from Allred just has it stripped by Daw. And then Daw, I thought, threw it out of bounds. They're saying a Rabbit touched it last, so it will be Judge Memorial basketball. With
still plenty of time, but we're getting a little late.
Yeah. Bringing it up is McKenna Gardner. As Pike will take a seat. I'd imagine Chloe's not out for very long here. The drive, kick to the corner, open shot from Ocampo, in and out. No one's there to box out, and the putback is good for Mr. Analjock, the lead back up to 11.
You said no one?
No one.
You meant it. There was no one around that basket other than Analjock just to catch and lay back in. I don't know. I'm not sure where the red jerseys went. They just weren't there.
And Judge realized that disguise with Kate Smith. They sent it in the corner. Morgan Beams, a good look at a three. That's in and out. Aubrey Finlinson, a great offensive board. They can't get that to go. Dodu does get another offensive board. She's fouled and will shoot two with 2:23 to go here in the fourth.
A nice job there once again by Ebony. Always around the ball. Goes in there and gets that offensive rebound.
Great hands.
And I was trying to see, had 3 rebounds in the first half, 2 of them offensive.
It's the first of 2 free throws as Bella Haley checks in, replacing Dang.
How about Ebony? 3 for 3 at the line today.
One more coming. Good. 48-39 with 2:23 to go. As Ocampo bounce pass to Daw. Ball comes up to Daw again. That left side Ocampo. Guarded by Kate Smith. Going to give it to Daw. Up top, back to Ocampo. Delta's got to try to get a 5-second count here because I'm pretty sure, and they call an offensive foul. So it'll be Rabbit basketball heading the other way.
Yeah, a nice defensive effort there by the Rabbits. And now 2:05 to go. Still plenty of time, but each possession gets so much bigger. Yeah. And they need to score right here because Judge is realizing this. And you notice they're starting to milk that clock a little more.
Under 2 to go. Ebony with it, gives it back up top to Kate Smith. Smith's going to give it to Finlinson. Bounce pass Allred. Up top to Kate. Kate will put it on the floor with the right hand. Look to spin. Picks up her dribble. Allred thought about the three. Now drives in the paint. Sends it back to Kate for 3. Big shot is up. Off the front of the rim. Fight for the offensive board. Allred's there. Puts it back up and in. How good has Caitlin Allred been? Timeout to Delta with 1:36 to go. Judge Memorial by 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Hi, everyone. It's Brady with Drebay Chevrolet in Delta. There's no doubt our economic climate is changing. Finding the right vehicle at the right price has become more of a challenge than ever. At Drebay Chevrolet, we either have or can get what you want for your family, your work, or for fun at a price you're happy with. We do things differently here, committed to world-class service with a hometown feeling. Come experience the Drebay difference for yourself. Find us online at DrebayChevrolet.com or call 435-864-2581. That's 864-2581. Drebay Chevrolet, your dealership.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Call Farm Bureau agent Chad Drubay anytime or learn more at chaddrubay.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
48-41 our score, 1:36 to go. Both teams in the double bonus as well here, Ken. That could play a factor down the stretch of this one. Rabbits getting a big play there.
We're going to be in the neighborhood of 40-some-odd fouls called before this one is over.
Something like that. Inbounding the basketball, it is Ocampo. She gets it to Gardner. Chloe Pike's still on the bench here with 1:30 remaining, and she only has the 4 fouls. Out of bounds. Oh, they call it timeout. Okay. Ooh, Judge gets the timeout. We'll take it as well on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Hi, I'm Brett Collister, CTE Director for Millard and Tintic School Districts. Do you know what CTE pathways are offered at your school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and guidance through 35 different CTE pathways. Students who take 2 or more CTE classes have a 96% graduation rate, and over 75% of CTE learners enroll in post-secondary education, giving students a step up in their chosen career fields. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Welcome back on in 48-41 our score. Tanner Wilkinson, Ken Nielsen with you here. Well, it's do or die for the Rabbits. Got to get stops and you got to get baskets here in the last 90 seconds of the game.
Boy, they've been so close on several occasions. They battle back, and Judge has just had an answer all day for them. So Should be. This minute 28 may last a long time. Before they get through this, and I want to send a shout out, hello back home to everybody at Delta High School.
Yeah,
they're watching in back at Delta High School. We've got a student body, pretty good sized group here. The Tridells are here. We've got Drumline here, and so it's been fun. That's why it's so important to get to the state tournament, because you get to experience a really, really good atmosphere down here.
You know, Marcus Chase showing off some dance moves with the cheerleaders down there. He might have a career after his basketball playing days.
Pretty impressive.
Pike is back in, looks to drive. The lob inside for Analjock. Nowhere to go with it. Back to Chloe, and now up top to Tran. 15 on the shot clock, minute 15 on the game clock. Tran tries to go baseline into Ocampo. Ocampo loses it, but it's last touched by the Rabbits with 10 on the shot clock.
Now, if you're Delta, you cannot foul. Now,
No.
you've run 25 seconds off the shot clock. Just play good defense. Don't foul this late in the shot clock.
Kate Jackson is in, replacing Oregon Beams.
And I'd lob it right over the top in front of the basket.
Pike gets it in. Turnover. Ebony Dodu with the steal. Now Kate Smith has numbers. It's a 3-on-2. Gets it up to Allred. Allred back to Kate Smith. Smith will pull it back out.
Yeah,
no
Aubrey.
one guards her. She takes the three, hits the three with a minute to play. Timeout to the Delta Rabbits.
Aubrey Finlayson.
Oh,
hurt.
no. Oh, I did not notice
that.
that.
She's been down under that last basket for the whole possession right there.
Oh, you absolutely hate to see that.
Yeah, and you hope there's nothing too serious to that, but she stayed down the whole possession there. Referees let them play on, unlike
last night.
It was the same situation. Delta went down the floor, and the officials stopped it. Now, the reason they didn't stop it right there is because she was out of play. There was nobody around her, and I think they considered that no one was going to jump on her or cause any more damage, so they let the play continue.
The heart breaks to see something like that.
Yeah, you just
this
hope
far
she's okay.
into the season, and
looks like they're looking at her left knee right there.
We're going to take a quick break and wishing the best for Aubrey Finlayson. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Great Basin Coatings at 696 North Highway 6 in Delta specializes in powder coating, Cerakoting, and sandblasting. Located on the north end of Delta, they do all types of metal fabrications. Great Basin Coatings' large 10-foot by 16-foot oven is ideal for trailers, truck frames, handrails, and metal ATV and UTV parts. Save time with their pickup and delivery as well. Go to GreatBasinCoatings.com for details. Great Basin Coatings. Call 435-979-2231.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
Welcome back on in 48-44. Our score as a foul occurs.
Yep. The good news is they were able to get Aubrey up, and with some assistance, walked her over to the bench. I love her effort this year. She's come out and played with such great heart throughout the year, and you just hope that that's not too serious.
Yeah.
That's such a great young lady, and we'll wish her the best over there.
As free throws checking in for the first time tonight, the junior Paisley Hunt for the Delta Rabbits. Free throws here for Ocampo, 59% shooter, connects.
How big was that one?
She's probably your best free throw shooter out of the ones that have had a lot of attempts this season.
She's the highest on my list here at 59, yes.
She'll get one more. 49-44, 58 seconds left here in the fourth. She hits them both.
Big time.
50-44. Each team with one timeout. Keep that in mind here for the final minute. Smith with the basketball up top. Kate with it, looks to spin, gets in the paint, throws up the left-hand shot, and banks it in with 49 seconds to go. They get it in again to Ocampo. She gets it across the timeline behind the back dribble. You don't want to foul her.
Foul somebody else.
Pike with the basketball double team. You needed to foul Chloe there. They give it to Analjock, who's fouled, and then they give up the easy layup with the basket. You needed to foul Pike when she had it there, and that just didn't happen.
How about 16 in the game now for Niang Dang Dang? She played well tonight.
Yeah, she has been terrific. One free throw here. It's up and good. 53-46.
Yeah, 17 now. That's a young lady that could possibly go play at the next level.
I agree. Smith with the basketball, drives it, fouled. We'll get 2 with 29.8 remaining. Do you make the first, miss the second here, Ken, potentially?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No,
okay.
I think there's still time.
So with 29.8 seconds left here in the game, Kate will go to the free throw line, and they will sub in Renati Hackley, replacing Daw.
I've got Kate with 22 now on the night.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a quiet 22, which
Did she
is
not
crazy.
knock that last 3 down on the last possession? Was that Kate?
It was a layup, but she hit the last 3 as well, yeah.
Yeah.
One more as she misses the first and the second. Rebound fought for, and it comes down to Daw, and Pike gets it up to Ocampo. Ocampo to Daw, and that's, well, throws it out of bounds.
And I know what their coach is saying. Why are we in a hurry? We have
the shot
the lead.
clock's off.
Yeah, we have the lead. Up 7. We don't need to go hard down there, but okay, got to go now quick for your Delta.
Dodu with the basketball. Ebony looks to drive it, spins inside, turns, shoots, banks, and scores. With 14 seconds left, Jordan Johnson takes a timeout here. So you got a 5-point game, 12 seconds left. You're going to need some magic at this point, Ken. Some quick steals, some missed free throws to try to get back in this thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of running out of time are the Rabbits.
And I'm not sure what plays to draw up for that for a quick 5 points, but you know what? Maybe you get a quick steal, hit a 3. Here's the problem. You're out of timeouts. So even if you make a basket here, if you get a steal and get a quick hitter, Judge won't have to inbound the ball because they can let the ball bounce on the floor for a minute, then casually go pick it up, step out of bounds, and then you got another 5 seconds. And that's got to be what I would think. Coach from Judge Memorial,
Coach Pike,
Coach Pike is got to be telling them, hey, first of all, secure the inbound. You're going to get hit on the foul, so make sure you make the catch. Go make your free throws. But on a made basket on their end, I don't want you to even take it out of bounds. Just let the ball bounce, and by then the clock will run out. Great effort here, though, by Delta in this one. Could have folded early when they got down.
Oh, absolutely.
Big, and they fought their way back and have really, really played well here.
So Judge will inbound. Chloe Pike with 12.6 seconds left on the clock. Pike's going to go with the home run ball, and it is recovered by Dang, and it's blocked.
Oh, what a great effort by Caitlin.
Caitlin Allred comes the other way. And Kate Smith with it. Dodu throws up the 3. It's off. Rebound to Chloe Pike, and let's see here. Officials are going to discuss this.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any need to even make a call here. I think time's run out.
They call a travel.
I don't know how much time you'd put back. Let's see.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
How about the effort by Caitlin Allred to run down?
Block someone as tall as Dang.
Oh, my goodness. That was a great effort by her.
She's got a little LeBron game in her, chasing down a pin block like that as Kate Smith checks out for the final time in her Delta career. Bittersweet moment for the senior guard.
Boy, what an effort, though, all year long.
And that'll do it. Your final score, Judge Memorial 53, Delta 48. We'll have our postgame show coming up next. It's made possible by our friends over at Sunrise Engineering on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Welcome back on in. It's our Sunrise Engineering postgame show, serving communities like yours all over the western United States. That is Sunrise Engineering. Go to sunrise-eng.com. Well, Ken, you never want to end your season with a loss by any means, but what a great run by this Delta Rabbit team to get to these playoffs. getting to the top 8's a big deal. It really is. And the fact that not only you pulled off the upset against Juab in the opening game, but gave two very, very good teams in Carbon and Judge Memorial all they could handle. Came down to the final quarter of play, and very proud of how this Rabbit team carried themselves and how they went about everything.
I would certainly echo those sentiments. Delta came down here and really, really played well. They've been peaking at the right time. Coach Jordan Johnson is as good as there is in the business. He brings such great energy, understands the game so well, and he understands people even more.
Yeah.
Does such a good job with the young ladies. So congratulations to the coaches, to the young ladies. I know they're disappointed, but they represented themselves, their families, the school, and the community extremely well, who, by the way, made the trip down, had great support here today.
Shout out to the Delta students that made the trip down here. Was a fun couple of games, and now the Rabbit season officially does come to a close. Some quick stats here from Brad James. Leading scores for the Bulldogs, Dang with 17 and 10 double-double, 16 and 10 for Esther Analjock.
My goodness.
Double-double. 7 offensive rebounds for both of those young ladies. They played great tonight.
Unbelievable.
8 points, 4 steals for Chloe Pike, and then you had 5 off the bench. Elia Campo was great with a big 3 in the second half for Judge Memorial. They will take on Canyon View in the 5th, 6th place game tomorrow. For the Delta Rabbits, 21 points for Kate Smith in her finale. What a career it's been.
Let me say this. She comes down here to the state tournament. Every team she plays, she's the focus as far as their defensive scheming. And even with all the pressure they throw at her, she puts up 47 points in 2 games here at the state tournament.
Isn't
you know
that
what?
something?
She can feel good about her effort, as they all can.
Absolutely. We've got a couple other numbers. 13 for Kaylin Allred, had an awesome night. 5 offensive rebounds, 7 points. Ebony Dodu with 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. And then 5 off the bench from Jocelyn Christiansen. There's a lot of bright things heading this way for Jordan Johnson's club. It's going to be tough to lose Kate. She's that good of a player. There's going to be a hole there. But you've got some pretty good pieces that you can really build around for the next couple of seasons. He's got to be feeling pretty good about the future.
Yeah, a great young talent there. Appreciate every one of them. And the program's in good hands, and they're headed in the right direction. Shout out to Aubrey Finlinson. I hope that everything's good with that knee. I'm sure they'll get her checked out, make sure things are good, but I wish her the very, very best.
Ken, my friend, it's bittersweet now because this is likely our last broadcast together for the season. I never do Delta football. I never see it till basketball season, which is kind of a bummer. We got to speak to our friend Robert Lovell about that.
I don't know where you're hiding out when it comes to football.
Yeah, need to make that happen. But
no, it's been a pleasure, my friend. It's absolutely fun to come and sit with you guys, and
we have a good time, don't we?
We have a great time amongst the broadcasters.
Drive safe, my friend.
You too.
Your final score, Judge Memorial wins this one over the Delta Rabbits. They will take on Canyon View tomorrow in the 5th, 6th place game. We'll be saying goodbye to our Mid-Utah radio counterparts. Stay here on TeamHive.live. Up next, it's Consolation between the Morgan Trojans and the Canyon View Falcons on TeamHive.live. My name is Tanner Wilkinson. So long and have a great afternoon.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah sports leaders.